A little backstory for those who might be new to the channel. Our wonderful 1934 farmhouse had a fire that began in the attic on Christmas Eve 2017. The fire quickly spread through the roofs, all three levels, and much of the interior of the home was damaged due to not only the fire but also water damage, smoke, etc. Much of the house had to be gutted and completely replaced, even down to the walls, and of course all three levels of the roof had to be completely torn out. We knew that the bones of the house were still good, despite many people telling us that it was a total loss and that we should just bulldoze it. We didn't have insurance, so all of the work was done by ourselves and with the help of many neighbors and friends and family. We also got donations from area businesses. I do have a few videos in my HOUSEFIRE playlist if you'd like to check that out, that names a lot of the businesses that we got some help from. So if you get a minute, go ahead and take a look at those. But we are just very fortunate that we could walk away from this and still have a home. I know there are so many people, even on this very night that our fire happened, there were stories of other house fires where it was a total loss and homes were burnt to the ground, lives lost. And we are just so fortunate and so thankful that we did walk away from this with very little loss when you consider what could have happened. So that's just been our experience. I wanted to kind of give a backstory of the story of our house repairs. So fast forward to today. Today is the 20th day that we've been on our siding project. The siding and window replacement is now the last major thing that has to be done with the house. We've already got all the electrical replaced, all the insulation, walls, sheetrock, all that stuff has already been done. But the siding and windows was still the last final major thing that was left to do on our house. So hopefully, I'm just going to say by winter time, hopefully we'll be completely done with the house. Wouldn't that be great? You can see up there, there's some melted foam where the fire was starting to spread through that part of the roof. I know my husband is not a huge fan of being up on top of the roof like that, and I am even more of a scaredy cat. But he's much braver than I am, and he knows that really there's no one else to do the job but us. Oh, looky there. That is a snakeskin. It's not the first snakeskin we've found in the walls of our home, and I'm sure it's not the last one either. Now, once our siding and the window replacement project is done, I'm not sure when we're going to paint the house. We talked about trying to paint it immediately after getting the siding up, but we may put it off until next spring because I think we're just going to be sick and tired of working on the house. And I know that the siding is primed. It does have a primer on it right now, and so if we decide to wait, it'll be fine. But that just puts off, having our house beautiful for another 6 months or a year. So I don't know if we'll want to wait that long either.
Well, dinner's ready whenever you want to quit.
But for the most part, I think this project is definitely, it is exhausting. It is a learning experience.
Yeah, it looks
and
good.
I cannot wait for it to be over. But in the end, we can look back and say, hey, we did this by ourselves.
Why are you so dirty? I'm not dirty. Your face is covered in dirt. And you're missing teeth. What happened?
And we finally got to have dinner. We had homegrown zucchini stuffed with ground deer and topped with cheddar cheese and homemade canned salsa. It was delicious.
We only put a couple of hours in on the house today. It is a Tuesday, so don't have a whole lot of time during the week to work on it. But our plan is to get a little bit done each day on that top story along the front, over the porch. We can work on that a little bit each day. Hopefully by the weekend, it will be ready to side. So that's our goal. So we're just going to do a little bit each day. Today we tore off the siding and started putting the house wrap up. But it's got some edges that are really hard to get to with just the scaffold. So those are going to be a little bit more difficult to reach. So they're going to take a bit longer. But also it's going to be a little slower going because it is so high up and the roof is a little bit steeper than what I was able to get on in the back of the house. So it's just my husband. And that's always a little bit harder, slower going. But it's alright. I mean, that's all we can do. But thanks for checking in, and be sure to subscribe so that you can keep up with all of the updates, because this is going to be a long process. But thanks for watching. Bye.